Another heavyweight bout as the man who has done it all in combat sports, Ray Sefo, squares off with a former Memphis State University football star, Kevin Jordan.
Well, you know, you always hear the guys saying, well, I quit my job, da-da-da-da. I quit my job and started training full-time so I can work on the art part of mixed martial arts. I really leaped at the opportunity to secure maybe a position with Strikeforce. So my wife and I, we talked about it. I've been married for 15 years. I have 2 kids, and both are athletes. So they're really supportive. They really like what I'm doing, and the feedback that they get from their friends and their peers and things like this, they let me know. So it's a good thing. It's really nice.
Making his way to the cage in the blue corner, standing at 6 feet 3 1/2 inches, he weighed in at 236 1/2 pounds. He's a freestyle veteran with a background in boxing and jiu-jitsu and a record of 11 wins and 7 losses. Hailing from Portland, New York, please welcome Kevin the Shaman Jordan.
Jordan fought twice in the Ultimate Fighting Championship, and in fact, he's coming off a win over old-school UFC fighter Patrick Smith.
And he was really honored to fight Pat Smith. Pat Smith, a veteran of UFC #1. Of course, he feels that Ray Sefo's only MMA opponent, which was 5 years ago, Min Soo Kim, was weak, and that Ray will revert to his kickboxing roots here in this fight, which will suit him just fine. So he plans on clinching Ray because K1 had no clinches for the most part, and he plans on taking him to the ground to test Ray's BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and to stay away from his right hand and, of course, stay away from his right leg.
He recently quit his job to concentrate full-time on his mixed martial arts career, and he's really appreciative of this opportunity that Strikeforce has given him at the age of 38. He wants to give it one last shot. And speaking of 38-year-olds, well, his opponent is also 38, and he has definitely earned his name in the K1 kickboxing arena.
I've done kickboxing all my life. I'm a 6-time world champion in kickboxing, and it got to the point where I wanted a little bit more challenge in my life. I mean, I love the sport. It's challenging for me. It gave me a little bit more hunger to get back in the ring and be able to do what I do and what I love. So mixed martial arts provided that platform. Kevin Jordan, he's strong. You know, he's a big guy. I think personally, he's going to try and take this fight to the ground. For me, I expect him to be strong. I expect him to be a tough fight. I'm definitely ready for everything that he's got to bring.
And now, joining us to the red corner, standing at 6 feet even, he weighed in at 240 3/4 pounds. With a remarkable career background in kickboxing, his young MMA record stands at 1 win, no losses. From Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Auckland, New Zealand, please welcome the 6-time world kickboxing champion and K1 legend, Ray Sugarfoot Sefo.
On a weekend where this year's K1 Final 16 takes place, we have one of the all-time K1 greats. In fact, he has the highest knockout ratio in K1 history. Ray Sefo making his sophomore walk into the MMA cage. He actually beat a guy named Min Soo Kim back in 2005, and Min Soo Kim is the guy who is probably best known for losing to Brock Lesnar in his MMA debut at the debacle known as K1 Dynamite USA.
And he lost by a head kick, of course, but Min Soo Kim wasn't part of the big problem. Ray says that Jordan is a big guy, but Ray Sefo is used to beating big guys. Jerome LeBanner, Peter Arts, Gilbert Ivel, and Bob Sapp. And tonight he feels his keys to victory will be his speed, movement, beat him to the punch. His kickboxing experience, he feels, will be able to translate into his MMA. And of course his game plan, because in training they practice lots of wrestling and BJJ and escapes from problematic situations.
And he could do a lot worse than hooking up with the All-Star Camp Extreme Couture to prepare for his American mixed martial arts debut. As you see, Sean Tompkins, Jay Huron, Alex Schonauer in his corner. Let's go to the tail of the tape for this penultimate matchup here tonight. It's the heavyweights doing battle.
Yeah, Sefo and Jordan are both 38 years old. 3.5-inch height advantage. You know, for Jordan, 4 pounds heavier. Sefo, probably from his heavy legs and the kicking power has developed those. The 3-inch reach advantage by Jordan really isn't an advantage at all, because if he tries to stay outside and box, well, Sefo drops hard kicks on him.
Here once again is Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Strikeforce presents heavyweights in the cage. We're scheduled 3 5-minute rounds. Our referee in charge of the action, Kevin Nix.
Fight, are you ready? Fight, are you ready? Fight!
3 5-minute rounds. The fighters touch gloves. We are underway. The battle of the big boys. Ray Sefo again. There is his calling card. Immediately introduces his foot to Kevin Jordan's leg. He has been working at Extreme Couture on all facets of MMA, but let's face it, anything he has worked on the ground has been from a purely defensive standpoint.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he doesn't want to become a ground technician yet.
And Jordan immediately looking to take him to the ground. Sefo ends up in top position, so we get an early look at what Sefo can do on the ground.
That was a beautiful reactive rollover that caused Ray Sefo to end up on the top, because on the bottom, he wouldn't want to have been there. Because you can get tired. When you're new at the ground game, you spend all your energy panicking and trying to push the guy off of you because you're not used to relaxing. But Ray's on top, so he's going to be in the advantage position to drop bombs.
4 of Jordan's 11 wins have come via submission. Sefo right now in the open guard of Jordan.
You can tell Sefo's not real comfortable there. He's not trying a whole lot. He's not quite sure what he wants to do, whether he wants to stay on the ground and risk a submission, or whether he wants to get up. I think he's kind of caught in the middle mentally.
Looking to pass. Oh, and immediately reversed by Jordan. So the risky attempt by Sefo does not pay off. And Jordan from side control now, reining in those left hands as Sefo, nice active guard. They're trying to break.
And when Sefo tried to pass, you can see where an experienced grappler would stay low and slide through. Sefo tried to step over like he was getting on a horse, got his balance too high and got rolled through.
Jordan delivering a short knee to the body from side control. Sefo needs to explode, needs to somehow reverse this position. Jordan came in at 236 pounds. Sefo weighed in at 240 pounds. 2 minutes gone in the opening round, and this is not where Ray Sefo, the K1 kickboxing great, wanted to be in his Strikeforce debut, but Kevin Jordan very comfortable from cross-side position.
And Jordan, even though he's lighter, looks like a bigger man. I mean, he really is a big guy. He's very filled out, very strong, you can tell.
4 inches taller.
Jordan trying to isolate that arm for a key lock. There it is.
There it is, going for the Americana.
The key lock in effect.
Midway through round 1, Jordan looking to seal the deal with the submission. Sefo
hanging on for dear life with the other hand. Did a good job. I mean, that was tight, and it went quite a ways. Sefo battled out of it. Very strong guy.
Sefo should try and sneak that right knee of his under and try and go for guard.
Well, his corner imploring him to turn into Jordan.
Yes.
Eats a few shots.
And you think about Sefo's experience getting hit. He seems pretty comfortable dealing with the punches. He just covers up and he's staying relaxed, but he's leaving his limbs hanging out. There's the
and
key
again,
lock.
looking for the key lock. The Americana, the top wrist lock. When it's a figure 4.
Sefo,
inverted, they call it the Kimura.
Yes.
Chicken wing, hammer lock.
You got a lot of names for that. Sefo wants to get his forearm across the throat of Jordan. He knows he's got to get it there to kind of block him out and move him so he can scoot his hips. But every time he does, there's the key lock attempt by Jordan.
There's the move to the mount. And now it's Jordan raining down blows on Ray Sefo.
Sefo's got to start bucking. So he can't just sit there. If he rolls, he's going to
He's
go
in
right into
danger
a choke.
giving up his back. But Jordan now just reining in some short shots. Jordan very methodical here, not showing any urgency whatsoever from the mount, just picking his shots on Ray Sefo.
Pat, don't you think that Ray should buck up?
Well, he's definitely got to improve his position.
It's hard to do from this mount, though.
But it's a low mount. It's a low mount because he's sitting right over his hips. If it was a high mount, it'd be hard to buck.
Final 40 seconds of the opening round, and Sefo tries to scramble. Jordan there now. Sefo more concerned with blocking those shots. He's now on his side. 30 seconds remaining in a round that has been dominated by Kevin Jordan. And will Sefo survive the opening round?
Well, he's starting to get nailed now, especially when he turned on his side. It was hard to block those side punches.
This is a view that Sefo's not used to.
Yeah, this is where an experienced striker would grab the fence with his foot and try to spin around and do something.
But as an experienced striker, at least, he's doing a pretty good job of defending himself.
Well, the Shaman, though, conjures up a winning spell in the opening round.
I need a couple deep breaths and slow shit down a little bit. If you end up in his guard, break free and stand up. That's where we want this fight, right? Good patience, right?
Sefo here on the bottom, doing a good job of defending himself, but obviously gonna get tired hanging out down there underneath Jordan. Jordan did a good job of trying to take his time, pick his shots, but Sefo's so experienced at rolling with punches and defending them that he did a good job even from being mounted, getting struck.
Back in your corner, sir. Back in your corner. Fight!
Needless to say, it looks like Jordan's become a much better fighter since the Gonzaga disaster in the UFC. Do I have to ask, Stephen, who you gave that opening round to?
Well, much better fighter. It's all relevant because Ray Sefo is very inexperienced in MMA, where Gonzaga isn't. But obviously, something happened.
And now Sefo exploding. Jordan looks like he's hurt himself.
The knee.
Jordan's knee. This fight is over. And Ray Sefo wins his Strikeforce debut, but it's not a victory he'll want to brag about.
No, you never want to win by injury. In answer to your question, yeah, it was all Kevin Jordan in round number one. He dominated position.
Unfortunate turn of events here for the 38-year-old Kevin Jordan.
Now the stability of the knee looked like it went out on him on the takedown attempt. I hope it's not an ACL. That's the injury that every MMA guy fears.
And you've really got a feel for Jordan, a family man, a father of 2 kids who recently quit his full-time job to dedicate himself to mixed martial arts, and in his debut here for Strikeforce suffers what appears to be a knee injury.
Well, if Ray Sefo has 9 lives, he just used one of them.
No, I just felt it. Right there.
Ray Sugarfoot Sefo, a longtime K1 kickboxing great, improves to 2-0 as a mixed martial artist, Pat.
Yeah, and I think he probably learned a great lesson in getting out of this with a win due to Jordan being injured. I think he's going to go back to the gym and say, wow, I definitely need to work more on the ground. And he's going to realize it real quick.
Nice to see that Jordan is at least back on his feet, but not putting any weight whatsoever on that right leg. And our thoughts are definitely with Kevin Jordan. Let's hope it's not a serious injury.
Jordan, you know, when he goes in for the takedown here, something happens to his knee. We're not quite sure yet, and waiting for the takedown attempt. It's very possible that the ACL went out. I don't know exactly what it was. Maybe he
Looks like
injured the
he
patella.
slipped.
Maybe he injured the patella when he hit the cage. I'm not quite sure.
Of course, we're not doctors, so we won't speculate, but needless to say, Jordan suffers an injury. Ray Sefo picks up the victory. Let's once again go up to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
All I gotta say is that I'm gonna get better.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 24 seconds in round number 2. The fighter verbally taps out. He is the winner by way of submission and still undefeated, Ray Sugarfoot Sefo.
Ray, nobody likes to win a fight like that, do they?
Yeah, no, not at all.
Now, that first round, that was a tough one. How close was he to finishing you?
Oh, I was very comfortable there. My, Coach Thompson, Jay, Ron, and Alex were telling me just relax. So, thank God I was able to relax there and just took the punishment. I was even telling him, is that all you got?
What did you learn from this particular fight?
Just with guys like that, big guys like that, obviously their biggest goal is to try and take me to the ground. My biggest thing I learned is just I got to get back in the gym as fast as possible and just keep brilliant my jiu-jitsu and my wrestling. But I had a feeling that he was, by the second round he had it because he was throwing a lot of shots in that first round, and so I knew in the second round I was breathing fine, So I knew eventually I was going to catch him, but it was unfortunate that he got injured. And you never, like you said, you never want to win like that, but I'll take the win and keep learning.
Ray, welcome back to MMA. Let's hear it for him. Sugarfoot, Ray Sefo.
To the crowd, thank you so much. God bless you all. Be safe, drive safely, don't drink and drive. Thank you.
A man who prides himself on living a clean lifestyle.